Today's video is a 2-for-1. We are not only touring Mom's beautiful home for the fall season, but we are also showing you our updated warehouse from our last sale that was this weekend, and it also has lots of home inspiration. So don't mistaken this area as something that you couldn't pull inspiration for your own home. I'm even pulling some for my outdoor spaces. So
yeah, I pulled from the warehouse in order for y'all to see how some things could be staged in your own home. And some of my favorite things were some of the fall picks and pumpkins like we have behind us. And it was just naked after I brought it all back.
but then you stole it again.
And then I took it back again. Yes.
So let's start with your house. What was your favorite room for the holiday season? Or not, do we call it the holiday season? The fall season. What was your favorite room that you spruced up?
My family room, and literally, y'all, I did a big vase with dried hydrangeas, and I just added some picks to the mantle, as well as a new piece of art that was very fall, very amber interiors-ish. And I added some new candlesticks in like a blush color, gold candlesticks. Voila.
Yes. Well, I think I love your fall home most. You do a lot of seasonal decor. You love to bring in spring. Even you get a little more coastally in the summer. But fall, there's something about a warm, cozy space. The crock on your coffee table is a great vintage piece, no matter if you're modern or more traditional. And then the dried hydrangeas, those are real. And
Real.
they're
Limelights.
and they were actually from Stephanie's stash that she had used for several seasons of Christmas, and we ended up using it for the Park Place Christmas home in the Christmas tree.
All the way around. And it was the funnest, just most whimsical Christmas tree. And I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
That's coming next.
Yes. Yes, we will share lots of Christmas. So make sure you're subscribed. But what I love about, I think everyone needs to take this. Texas girls, the Limelight hydrangeas will survive. Shannon of My Little White Barn has proved this, unless she has some sort of secret hack that we don't know.
No.
They're working really well. Cut those and have them as an arrangement in the summer, and then let them dry into the fall, and then use them for Christmas. We've got 3 seasons of decor, and it's fabulous.
Just hydrangeas.
Yes.
And hydrangeas, we have learned, are very versatile. And not only do you just make them as a floral arrangement, but we have them in topiary form. You can do a wreath. You can do all manner of things with a hydrangea.
Yeah, Shannon brought her Limelight hydrangea topiaries to the sale, and they were really fun to have around, and I could see people using them for many seasons as well. So your living room, always my favorite. You had new throw pillows. I go to your house a lot. You have different throw pillows like every week, maybe.
No, not every week. I put them back and I bring them out again, and then I swap them up. You don't have the same combo all the time. And when you change out your throw pillows, it is a very cost-effective way, I think, to refresh the entire room.
And maybe it's cost-effective if you keep a stash that you rotate. You can have like 4 or 5 different things, but you do invest in quality throw pillows. So they're
I do. I think I love just an Amazon throw pillow, but I love a linen, y'all. Love a linen. And so I do invest in a nice, and I think they clean better than just your old cotton. They hold up, and they're just a better.
Yeah, and you don't get too kitschy for seasonal, but you did go a little warmer, a little cozier. So, love that. Let's move into your breakfast nook, which is right off your living room. What did you do in there? Nothing?
Nothing. I put a bunch of flowers from, you guys know I go to the grocery store and get a bunch of flowers. Even you can pick them up at
Central Market, Trader Joe's.
local, but anywhere, Target. But I do also like to do a beautiful floral arrangement from time to time from my local florist.
Yeah.
We do love our local florist.
Yeah, for the show, we actually got the Bloom House to do an arrangement in our entry, and it was so beautiful. And I love a whimsical arrangement like that. And honestly, our show was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tuesday, and it looks great. So,
And my grocery store flowers hold up, I think, sometimes 2 and 3 weeks.
yeah.
So that's, I just get a bundle and put them on the table, and it makes me so happy. And if I could grow a cutting garden without killing it, I would do that. But I told Charlie the other day, I'm super good to keep the animals and the children going. Like, it's hard.
She accidentally killed my plant. And so she was saying,
I mean, the children and the dogs and the bunny, they're all doing great. That's all I can handle.
And swapping out your throw pillows several times a month.
Right. They don't have to be watered. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, now let's move into your kitchen. We always do those classic things where we open the kitchen or the cookbook to a different page. Yeah. Swap out stems. Talk about that.
What did I do? I got these amazing figs. Y'all.
So good. Let me
grab a fig.
Okay, so these were a hot commodity at the warehouse sale or the market. Now that we're calling it a market. And what I love about them is how wide they spread, how realistically they look, but how far you can get with just one, like even one stem. You make a big impact. But 3, I mean, woo! And
so what we learned from our friend Stephanie at Blooming Ivy Lane is that if you will put a faux stem in a real pitcher of water, it makes it look so realistic that people don't even question it. They just walk by and they're like, oh, a vase of stems.
Yes. And so you did that in your kitchen. And these, honestly, these are my new favorite. I'm going to put these in my entryway as well. So if you come to our next sale, we might have this. And a lot of y'all have been asking for online sales. Stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll give you a little thought on what we might do. So in your kitchen, what else? You had some new art, a new cutting board.
Yeah, so I have a cutting board because y'all know for 8 years I've needed to redo my backsplash. But instead of redoing it where it wasn't installed properly, I have been just covering it with things. So I put a giant cutting board above my range, and then I hung a fall piece of art, just a really warm piece of art on it. And then we did hang some plates, and we did a little, just zhuzhen, just generally zhuzhen overall.
Yeah. Okay, and then I think this is the most impactful room probably is the dining room. We will be honest, or I will be honest for us, this room is a showpiece, but not always the most used room in Mom's house. I think we would use it if we didn't just love the breakfast nook table so much. If you followed us for any amount of time, you know that. It's just like the spot that we all like cram into that small table. But you are great at throwing together a good tablescape.
I am. But listen, I'm telling you, we are not going to fit at that table very long. We have 4 grandbabies now, 6 adults. It's just not going to work for very long. I don't think we're going to all fit for very much longer. So we're going to have to move into that space. We do use that room because my son and now my grandchildren are learning to play the piano. My son knows how to play the piano. My grandchildren are learning. Quinny was asking for formal lessons the other day. So that is something we do go in the room frequently, I'd say every day.
To bang on the keyboard. But this time you had some stems that you've had since last year.
Yeah.
Those burgundy blooms.
My friend gifted them to me, and they are so pretty. I just love them so much.
Yes. And then we use the chargers. They're not actually chargers. They're
Paper plate holders
paper plate holders
from Plate and Pattern.
Yes, and we just love sharing them. We don't even have an affiliate link. We just like them
Don't
a
get
lot.
paid for this.
You know, this just something we actually really, really love. And Mom actually often uses them as chargers.
Yes.
And so you put 2 dishes in there. You also pulled some silverware that were tied together. We love Michelle Howell. She's Vintage Home Designs. We've toured her house many times. Actually, her fall home last year was incredible. So I will link that in the cards. But she does just cute things like ties her silverware together. And
it's, I mean, her brain doesn't work the same way that the rest of the world's
it's
brain.
Like there's like creativity, and then
there's next
Michelle Howell.
Yeah. So anyway, we did that. We also added a bowl of pears, faux pears, but they're the faux pears that look so realistic.
So real.
And what else did we do? We added some additionally. I had
the ceramic cornucopia.
A cornucopia, which is there still here a cornucopia?
I think they all ceramic cornucopia sold.
Sad face. Because I was going to buy that for my own self.
Yeah, it looked really cute on your piano.
It looks so good on my piano. And
I told her, I was like, anything that doesn't sell, you can take. But I want to
it all sold.
I want to give everybody a chance to buy, because if we took home everything we loved, there'd be nothing in this warehouse.
No. And then last of all, I put out a breadboard of pies
that we ate.
For real.
Yeah.
Which is always fun to stage your home for any type of a holiday using holiday food, and then you can
enjoy. When life gets busy, the first thing to go is a healthy lifestyle. And I can tell you, with this market, getting a good meal has been, I mean, you could say it's impossible. It's so easy to give in to a quick cheat meal, but Factor comes in and saves the day. And I will tell you, when life gets busy, it is one of my favorite solutions, and I have been eating Factor meals for maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe longer. And it's as easy as 2 minutes in the microwave and you're done. You're fueled with a meal that supports a healthier lifestyle. And as someone with kids, a business, I want to live the best lifestyle that I possibly can. When you're selecting your meals, you do have the option to go by your goals. So if that's calorie smart, chef's choice, keto, high protein, I happen to go with high protein on mine, and they were all so super delicious. So if you want to try Factor for yourself, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code FHLFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for a year. That's FHLFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for a full year. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. Yes. So your fall home was beautiful. I loved it. I love the cozy. I'm ready to steal the inspiration and take it to my own home. As far as the warehouse, some of the things that I think would inspire you guys a lot was our plate rack. We pulled in brown dishes and turkey platters and soup tureens, and that is just such a stunning space to me. I love the copper. I would love to actually put a bar over my range and hang some copper, which is a little silly because I have an induction range, so it's not necessarily functional at all. You cannot use copper with induction, but the copper was hot. People loved it.
So copper is going up in price. I don't know if y'all know that, and someone said our copper was priced really well. But basically, Robin got stuck at this table,
just taking it out with the stick that you would get like clothes hanging high in your closet.
She has a stick that she gets the copper down with, and there was girls just surrounding the table asking for one piece of copper after another piece of copper because it was all so good. And we had friends come because they were in town anyway, but from New York and
People schedule
Boston
trips to,
and
yeah,
all
to
over.
visit family just to make sure it like made the calendar. And so it's so fun.
So one gal I was so excited for because copper is an investment. This was a large kettle, really, really cool shape. It was really big. And it was an investment piece. It was like $75. And she was a very young girl and she kept kind of looking at it. And I said, well, it's really these days it's a trip to Target.
Yeah.
And that made her feel a little bit more comfortable with making the investment. And I'm so glad. So a piece of copper is somewhere in New York right now and it's happy there. It's made its home. And
Hey, I wonder that, sometimes people will tell us like estate sales here compared to in the country, it's way higher here. And then other times you hear
Yeah.
we're like, it's such a budget, so much more cost effective here. So
like copper's high everywhere
everywhere
these days. Yeah.
Okay, so the next space that made me really happy in the warehouse was right behind us. This is, I've been calling it the potting shed. I found this inspiration on Pinterest, and when all the vendors met up to decide the inspiration for this show, this market, I was like, can we do this? And it was actually a spring photo. And to be honest, it's kind of excessive because I mean, why do you need to build this like fake house thing?
Well, I'll tell you why. Some girls came from their garden club from Rockwall to the show, and I just had to show them. And one of the girls said, like, my heart rate just comes down. It's so peaceful, and serene in there. And yeah, Stephanie and Robin really put it together.
Yeah,
and it is so, so fun. And then we had like these little statuaries that saw the little squirrel, and just so many cute, quaint little garden things.
I think, and I'm so happy that the potting sheds and the chicken coops and the garden spaces are so trendy, because what is more peaceful than those types of environments?
Right.
So in the warehouse, and even when we take on clients, I would love clients that want to incorporate that into either in their home, like thinking of when they look out their window, what is the view? And I don't know, it's just something I want in my own home. So it's just special. And I am buying the concrete duck.
Are you buying both concrete ducks?
Just one.
Oh, there's two.
Or do I need two?
Well, I'll get the other one.
I don't know, Mom. It's pretty heavy. Hey, have you seen that these concrete, like, you can get like a porch goose?
A porch goose?
And you like put clothes on it, and it's a thing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need porch geese. That's for real. I'm not kidding. I'm probably getting one.
I was thinking about telling you that would be a good Christmas gift. So we could share, like, getting each other clothes for our so kind of along the line of your mouse collection you've been going with.
Yes.
Okay.
One more thing about this is the whole space can be transformed for any season.
Yeah.
So you've got pumpkins and leaves and all the things for fall, but one girl said she was looking at maybe using it for her wedding.
Yeah.
Because it has a chandelier right now.
It does.
It's a little bit
mossy,
but I mean, you could.
It's fun.
Yeah.
There's the possibilities are endless. Okay, so then you venture down and you see our tablescape and hutch. That was something really fun that Michelle did, the tablescape. Michelle Howell. Michelle with one L, Vintage Home Designs. And she just does so well. And she incorporated the basket cornucopias. And then we had our art. Then Stephanie actually did the bedroom. And there's a real brass bed. Like, it's actual. I mean, this thing is heavy. And threw some bedding on it. Mom, of course, collected some fun pillows. Had some great bedding. All of which sold, so I can't wait to see that. Actually, one of our clients
just bought it all,
so we might be able to show that off at some point in time. And
we love the bedroom scene. I think that that's super fun to have a different version. Last time Julie had a log, real logs, not faux, bed. And it was made up with all Ralph Lauren. This time it's really more,
I don't know what you call this. Like
cottage.
Traditional. It's got a lot of collections, and then we had that hutch piece. So
Yeah.
it's so fun that this space ended up being completely different than the first and second time. So this is our third show. Our next one is going to be November 14th and 15th. That's a Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will have it completely transformed. As far as what that will look like, I don't know anything except for it will be Christmas festive.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have everyday items, and there's anything from a tea towel that anyone can afford up to a more higher end piece of furniture. But this time we'll have definitely
some holiday stuff.
Some holiday stuff, just because we love the atmosphere and the vibe and making it feel like the season. You know, we're a little late to the party even because, as you know, in the world of online, everything is 6 months in advance. So usually Christmas starts sometime in July. But we want to get the feels from the actual time.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So I hope you guys can come. It was so fun meeting y'all. I mean, I got so many stories and got to have so many fun conversations. And I mean, we got to pray together, laugh together. I mean, it was just the best time.
We did a lot of laughing.
We did a lot of laughing.
Lot of laughing.
Oh, man. We had a lot of fun. So I want to throw out an idea I had. I am not exaggerating, probably 100 comments about us sharing online. So I think it would be really challenging to list all these vintage pieces online. I think it would probably be a little too challenging for us in this season of business. But what I was thinking that we could do is we could do drops, vintage curated collection drops. So there could be 10 collections. Maybe it's a platter and a cornucopia, basically a table centerpiece collection,
a shelf collection,
a
wall collection.
Yeah. And so there's little things, like I'm thinking about how one thing that was really popular was at the Park Place project. Actually, this was Robin's idea to put dishes on a cutting board. And so many people have asked us, hey, where could I buy that? And honestly, they're just collected pieces. So as we receive those things, that could be a part of a drop. So say we would do a drop twice a month on a Monday, and it would open online at 8 p.m. and then close the next day. So you have that time to shop, and then they would all ship the next day. And that would be sustainable, but it would also be fun because it would be a surprise on what's going live. And we would also kind of make the little collections based on, it would be practical because you could be like, okay, I can take these 3 items, and that's actually a curated vignette that I can just drop on my countertop, drop on my centerpiece, drop on a shelf, and less effort, less work than running around and trying to collect all the items. So that's a thought that I have.
I love it. I think it's so fun that I already started putting collections
together.
You did too. We couldn't help it.
Yeah.
We're like, what would it look like? And what would we do in our own home?
Yeah.
And, you know, some of the vignettes are a little bit brighter and some of them are moodier. And so I think there's something for everything.
Yeah. So if you have any feedback on that idea, I would love to hear it in the comments. Also, if you want to be the first on the list for the drops, I will have a link for our email subscribers in a pinned comment. I would also love for you to watch our other fall tours. I think that will be fun, and I will include that in the pinned comment as well. Anything else?
No. We just have the best community ever, and I love meeting y'all.
Yeah.
And hearing from y'all. And so like, subscribe so we have more friends. invite all your friends to join and let's do this.
Yeah.
All right.
We love y'all. Happy fall. Bye.